Good afternoon. You guys can take a seat. Then again, maybe I should like exhaust some of this power and have y'all stand up the whole time, but that wouldn't be kind. It is an exciting day, really happy about what we're doing here today, but not only do we have an exciting and great announcement, the thing that makes this day actually really incredible and a big day at my house is that I'm going to embarrass my husband. It's his birthday. And so he really loves all the attention. I'm being sarcastic. He doesn't love birthdays that much or attention, but I would be remiss if I didn't wish him a happy birthday. And so what a perfect day for us to make an announcement like this and a great way to celebrate his birthday. Thank you all so much for being here. Like I said, this is an exciting event and something that I think is going to be really special for the state of Arkansas. I also want to thank Doug Schoenrock, our new director at the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. We are so excited to have him on board. I've had a chance to visit with him, and in this position you get to meet a lot of people, and very few are as impressive in this space as he is, or as qualified as he is to step into this role. And we know he's going to do a phenomenal job leading an agency that is so important to the state of Arkansas. So I'm really proud and excited about the work that we're going to be able to do together. I also want to thank several of our Arkansas Game and Fish commissioners who are here today. Chairman J.D. Neely, who I just was teasing him. We've got a little bit of unfinished business. J.D. and I went on a turkey hunt earlier this year. There's a little bit more chit-chat, a little less shooting, but we're going to work on that. We have not given up, and so excited to have him here. Phil Tappan and Chris Caldwell, all who do such a tremendous job helping lead and really just continue the great efforts of conservation here in the state of Arkansas. And so thank each one of you for hosting us and being part of this event today. I also want to thank Mary Beth Hatch, who was instrumental in creating the program that we're here to announce today. Without her leadership and her hard work, along with Secretary Jacob Oliva and their collaborative process, what we are doing here today would not have happened, and she's just doing a tremendous job. And I'll jump into where I started.
The students taking part in this program will be the hunting and fishing guides, the bike mechanics, the biologists, the trail builders, the chefs, the researchers, the resort operators, the innovators, and entrepreneurs of the future. When my dad was governor, he made expanding Arkansas's outdoor economy a big priority of his. And I remember when my dad announced the Hooked on Fishing program at War Memorial Park. The point of the initiative and goal was to help kids stay out of trouble by offering fishing as an alternative. So they stocked the pond at War Memorial and other parts of the state and encouraged people to come out and take on the opportunity. As my dad was finishing up at the news conference for that event, a young boy who had been playing in the park ran out and asked who can fish in that pond. And he was told, you can. It's open to everybody. So the boy ran over to the nearby bamboo grove that I'm sure many of you have been spent time around the Little Rock Zoo and pulled out a shoe to use for a rod. He took his shoelace, tied it to the end, and thankfully the Hooked on Fishing program was giving away free lures that day, so he had something to hang off at the end of it. And he started to use one of those and fish for one of the first times in his life. Pretty amazing experience. The CEO of the Helper Outside Magazine shared with us the other day an alarming statistic about it. The average prisoner now spends more time outside than the average kid. It's not how it's supposed to work. Today, too many of our kids are hooked on screens instead of fishing, hunting, riding their bikes, and experiencing a normal, healthy childhood outside. And unfortunately, we're seeing the consequences. Skyrocketing rates of anxiety, depression, and suicide among teens. This outdoor education pilot program is one of the many recommendations that have been put forth by the Natural State Initiative with a goal of helping create a lifetime of passion and excitement for our outdoors, bringing together the public, private, and nonprofit sector leaders from around the state. And I know that it will take kids off screens, get them outdoors, and help build those lifelong passions, and potentially even careers in the great outdoors. If this program is successful in our 30 pilot schools, which I know it will be, we have the opportunity to bring it to schools all across our state and establish a model for the entire country to follow. I want to again thank everyone whose hard work went into this announcement, and I want to encourage every school in the state to apply to participate. Whether you're in Little Rock, or Fort Smith, or Fayetteville, or the Delta, or the Ozarks, the outdoors are calling, and we want your school to answer and be part of what could be a life-changing experience for our students. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being part of this incredible program. And most importantly, thank you for your love, passion, the outdoors, conservation, and helping us make Arkansas the best state in the country to live, to work, to raise a family, and hopefully enjoy a little fishing, hunting, and finding along the way. So thank you all so much for being here. And I'll now turn it over to Mary Beth Paxton for a few short remarks.
Thank you, Governor, and certainly an exciting day for us as an agency, as Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. I'm honored to stand before everyone today, most certainly as a former teacher myself, 13 years in the classroom, and that's something I absolutely haven't forgotten, as well as being a district administrator working at the Arkansas Department of Education, and also at the post-secondary level. This truly does bring two things that we absolutely love, the outdoors and education. And what we hope that educators that hear about this, principals, superintendents, don't think it's just one more thing, just another thing on your plate. I know how that feels. But what I want to reassure everyone is that we have designed this as educators. We have designed this with our Teacher Leader Council. We just offered a new generation conservation student leadership opportunity, and we have vetted every one of our programs and experiences through our own division. We wanted our researchers, we wanted our biologists, we wanted our GIS specialists to give us feedback. Are we doing the right thing? Is it accurate? Is it consistent? And so these lessons, these resources, these units, these experiences, these projects, everything that we are bringing to schools truly look for how to bring this into your school, and not just bring it as one separate thing, but to truly integrate into science, social studies, math, language arts, art, PE, and any of those elective courses. We're designing curriculum, resources, and materials that teachers will be able to use. But most importantly, from the very first meeting with the first gentleman and the other state agencies that are here, I emphasized for a long time, there's absolutely no way this would be successful without continuous support through professional development. And we've developed a calendar schedule this year to provide just that. We have staff that are going to provide professional development starting very soon, all through the summer and throughout the school year to those schools that engage in this. What we did see that was so exciting this year in the Education Division at the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission was our entire 56 staff in our division rally around this in those schools that were going through that effort. Just like this beautiful center here today, we actually have 9 of these around the state that are provided at no cost for visitors to come in and learn about conservation, wildlife, habitat, and those are the exact same concepts and skills that we want our students engaging in every day. They're in school, they're there every day. This is my 20th year in education. I've devoted 20 years to a profession that I think, even when I retire, I'll always say I'm a teacher, and I'm proud of that. Doesn't matter what title I end up with, that's the one I'm going to be most proud of that I get paid to do besides mom and wife, for sure. But what I've said all along is that I want to be a good ancestor. I want to do what is right, and I want my children and their children and children all throughout those years to be proud of the things that I have done. And I think this is just a step in the right direction to do just that. So I have other students in the state are able to have the type of experiences that we've seen this year be so successful in our states around the school. We look forward to supporting you through this effort, and we will see you soon. A lot of positive attitude to our schools that are looking at this as being another thing that we do have approval from the Department of Education and Learning Services and the Department of Career Technical Ed and Higher Ed to make this happen.
Thank you, Mary Beth, and thank you, Governor Snyder, for coming for the National State Initiative and for bringing us to have a seat at the table around this conversation. I think it's pretty evident that Mary Beth is going to be involved in something. She's going to go big, she's going to go bold, and she's going to make sure that it happens. And when we heard about some of the priorities and what they were thinking on how we can support our classrooms across the state, we decided to go all in as well. And we're bringing it from a lens where we're not even just looking at current technical education and post-secondary learning opportunities, but also how to some of our earliest learners, all the way from early learning K-12. How do we get all students to be excited about being part of the great outdoors and the National State Initiative? Because there's one thing that we know in education is students learn better by doing, right? And if we're all just sitting stagnant in classrooms, sitting in rows, and not being engaged in an environment that can help spark curiosity and joy and help see relevancy, we know there's things we do better. So when we're able to put out a call for districts to say, hey, let's do something innovative, let's flip the classroom upside down and push it outside and get kids in the environment so that they can learn what we already know we need them to learn, but in a relevant manner that they're going to be able to build background knowledge on for their entire life is something that we're excited to do. So we're going to be working with school districts that are going to sign up for the pilot project. They're going to help build out professional development, help build out model lessons, and take the current standards that everyone who wants students to know and learn, but be able to provide it an opportunity that's unique, it's hands-on, it's going to be experience that the students will remember for the rest of their lives. Thank you for allowing us to have a seat at the table, and for all the agencies that are partnering with us. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce Secretary Shay Lewis from Parks, Heritage, and Tourism.
Good afternoon. It's great to be here with you today at this fine Arkansas Game and Fish facility. It's an exciting day. We're celebrating this partnership, a collaboration that is a product of the Natural State Initiative, and just the ideas behind the Natural State Initiative. And there are a few members of that initiative here today as well. Thank you for joining us. But much like Mary Beth said, once you become an educator, you're always an educator. Growing up in the state park system as a park interpreter, I see and know the value of outdoor education and the role that experiences play in the development of our students in Arkansas. Arkansas is the natural state, not just because of our stunning landscapes, but because of the role that outdoors play in our culture, our communities, and our economy specifically. Tourism is one of Arkansas's largest industries, generating over $9 billion in income last year and supporting more than 70,000 jobs. But it's not just about dollars specifically. It's about our people. It's about inspiring the next generation to explore, learn, and one day lead the outdoor recreation industry in our state. So it's more than just an education initiative. It's an investment in our future, in the workforce of Arkansas's growing outdoor economy. By connecting students to our trails, our rivers, our public lands, our natural, historical, and cultural resources, we're nurturing not only environmental stewards of our future, but those future outfitters, guides, scientists, park rangers, and outdoor entrepreneurs. Partnerships like this one are crucial. They ensure that the natural state remains not only a great place to visit, but a place to learn, grow, and thrive. So thank you for being here today, being a part of this initiative, and your continued commitment to the power of Arkansas Outdoors. It's my pleasure to introduce our new director of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, Doug Schoenbach.
I'm thrilled to be the 20th Director of Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. And I'm even more thrilled and honored to have the opportunity to lead the organization during a time of momentum that is focused on both access and education. It's programs like this outdoor education program that the governor just introduced today. It's going to strengthen the knowledge and provide skills for young Arkansans to both establish and to leave a legacy for future generations to come. You know, one of the priorities of the Natural State Tomorrow strategic plan, which is the agency's commitment to Arkansans, is to invest in initiatives and experiences that connect people with high-quality recreational opportunities. Friends, today's outdoor educational announcement does exactly that. Arkansans serve a vital role in keeping the natural state natural. Experiences in learning in this initiative will provide students with connections to woods, water, rivers, trails, mountains, as well as the biodiversity of the great state of Arkansas. It will help in developing a passion for all things outdoors in the natural state and creating a sense of wonderment in these students' eyes and minds. This initiative not only aligns with the goals of the Natural State Tomorrow strategic plan, but it also aligns my personal and my professional experiences in conservation. During my tenure at Dustin, building a bridge between conservation and education has always been a priority. However, you know, there are many current national educational program offerings throughout the country that are not well integrated and effective in today's classrooms. This program, in a partnership between education, government, other organizations, and AGFC, does just that. Friends, it is truly unique. Truly unique. The governor's support of this program gives us a foothold that we've never had before. It helps to regain ground for an entire generation of young people that we feel may have been left out when it comes to the great outdoors. This program will bring the outdoors into the classroom and the classroom into the outdoors. And most importantly, this hearts and minds of our students and build a connection with a natural state, which we as Arkansans hold so dear. Friends, thank you for showing up today. Thanks for your support. Governor, thank you for your support. Brother, thank you for your support. I look forward to working with these other organizations. Let's continue to lead the nation in outdoor education and production programs. Thank you.